I'd like to explain a little bit of why I am posting these videos as of late, and the importance I feel behind them because of, just certain things that I have processed about everything I've been through in my life so far, and really how much I'm trying to break it down to where the shift has taken place for me to be able to, I guess, see the bigger picture of how, certain dynamics and repetitive cycles were always taking place in my life, where it stemmed from, and how to move through these certain patterns and break free from these heavy burdens that most often we're so unaware we are carrying around with us, and being able to walk the direction that is truly authentic to ourselves as individuals. And even though I am able to walk through any situation now, it does not mean that I am never going to be faced with, hard moments and stuff. Like just recently, I have been faced with a lot of negative energy coming from all around me. And even though I can feel it is distasteful to be presented with certain, behaviors of others, I'm still able to pull away and understand how far I've come and apply certain tools that I have gained through all the hard lessons in my past. It does not make it that it's easy. Whenever I'm faced with stuff that is heavy and burdensome, and I could easily fall back into the dynamic that I used to be in and handle myself the same way I used to handle myself, with those programmed behaviors and stuff that we, sometimes we are given a role to play by others around us, and then we all of a sudden become that to ourselves, and we place that title on ourselves, that stamp that this is who I am and this is the role I play and the system I must follow. This is it. It becomes your normal pattern of handling every situation. So now I'm very consciously aware of those patterns that I used to follow for myself. So I do need to put extra focus every time I am faced with something that is hard or something that used to keep me stuck. I have to consciously, again, really sit in it and separate my old self-limiting beliefs from my authentic self, my authentic wants and needs. I have to separate those two every time. I do get there a lot quicker, thank goodness for that. But it's still a process. It's still with intention of not stepping in the same direction and reliving the same patterns as I did in the past. So you'll have lots of people with their own codependency that do come and they see you bettering yourself. And I keep repeating this same thing because it's so important to keep your faith and belief in yourself when you are presented with these heavy issues that, surface and resurface continuously in your world. You must believe in yourself to move through it. You must steer yourself differently, consciously. So much intention has to be put behind it, because I'm very aware that a lot of things when I'm standing up and showing myself for who I really am, I know I trigger things in others, and I don't see it as a bad thing anymore at all, because I know that that's something that they haven't moved through yet to overcome that certain trigger in them. And it's not my job to put too much worry to that. That's something that everybody will get to a certain place, a certain crossroad, where they must decide for themselves if they're willing to call their own, limiting beliefs out on themselves, or if they're going to remain stuck in those patterns. So the thing of people trying to make you feel guilty, you know, when you've been always surrounded by and allowed certain people, their personalities to come into your world, because that's what you've always been used to, is people placing expectation on you and telling you how you must move in order to accommodate their needs. This kind of thing here, this is what I am breaking free from. I am not going to conform myself to be small, you know, for anybody. And while I'm doing this, anyone else who is living a similar, you know, pattern in their world, it's so uncomfortable to do it in the first place. So I want you to know you're not alone. You're never alone. I am consciously redirecting my life, and I am seeing beautiful changes, and I am empowering myself on the daily by making healthy decisions for myself, because I don't want to carry on with the way things have been. It's not that my life has been, you know, always so hectic. It's just that these certain limiting beliefs, they make you claustrophobic after a while. You end up being so sick of your own self. Yeah, we should not be like that. We should embrace every part of ourselves and be able to look at ourselves and call out our flaws to ourselves and try our best every single day. This is if we want it, of course. Many people, you know, they don't step up to the plate with accountability, and this is what I always am talking about. Like, so many people, they just remain stuck and you know, like to just throw off their issues to anyone they can around them. But that's not who I am. That's not where I'm at. I'm at a place where I will look at me and solely me. And I can see, yes, the flaws that these other people have. Of course, we're human. We can see it, right? But I don't sit there going, well, I've got none. No, I have many that I'm working through. And I'll continue to forever. This is human nature, right? We are flawed, perfectly flawed. And that's okay. It's being able to own up to it. Don't be so proud, you know, about trying to be the perfect person, because it just ain't true. None of us are. We continuously make mistakes. We continuously, you know, stuff up certain things, and it is how it's meant to be. These things are meant to come into place so we can always learn and gain tools that we need to walk through this life better and better every single day. So yeah, I just be proud of the little changes you make within yourself. You know, don't put such heavy expectations on yourself to be able to just, like, you know, feel great every single day, especially when you are presented with dynamics that have made you feel heavy, and they're always going to surface up again. It's part of life. Be okay with that. Be okay with feeling your emotions when they aren't so great as well, you know, and just sit in it and allow yourself to go through it, but don't hang on to it. Don't remain stuck in it. You know, always aim to keep moving on and figuring out what's the best way of handling things to make yourself come out feeling good, you know? So I just wanted to put that out there today. And yeah, I hope someone takes something positive from it, because I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're alone going through these motions. You're not. You're absolutely not. Life is hard. It really is, but it can be beautiful, and you can enjoy the process of it all. You can embrace all of it and understand that nothing lasts forever.